If you followed the news this year, you likely saw two completely different stories about solar panels and silver. One headline says the solar industry is using significantly less silver. The other claims solar is about to need a whole lot more. Here's the strange part. Even though they say the exact opposite thing, both of those statements are factually true. To see why, we have to look at the panels themselves. If you look closely, you will see a grid of thin metal lines running across the face of the panel. Those lines carry the electricity the panel generates, and they are made of silver. The fate of these microscopic silver lines explains how both of those headlines can be right at the same time. For the last 10 years, the pattern was predictable. As the world built more solar panels, the amount of silver required grew proportionally, moving upward like clockwork. This chart tracks that growth. Over a decade, the silver used by the solar industry multiplied roughly 12 times, eventually becoming the single largest industrial consumer of silver on Earth. Then, this year, the data took a turn. Global solar installations hit a brand new record high. Yet, despite that record, the total amount of silver used by the solar industry actually dropped by almost a fifth. How is it mathematically possible to build millions of new panels while using significantly less silver to do it? The shift started with the price of the metal. Silver became expensive, which gave manufacturers a massive incentive to change how they build their panels. Manufacturers figured out how to print much thinner lines on the face of the panels. Through smarter engineering at the factory level, they managed to use less silver in every single unit. It works like a recipe. Each individual panel now requires a much smaller pinch of silver than it did just a few years ago. The math is straightforward. Because the size of that pinch shrank faster than the total number of new panels grew, the overall total of silver used went down. By stretching the material they have, factories drove total immediate usage down, explaining why that first headline is correct. But there is a limit to this innovation. Manufacturers are stretching their silver supply, but they are not getting rid of it. There are currently no cheap alternatives that work as well. Other metals, like copper, tend to degrade in today's leading panels, and analysts don't expect them to be ready for mass use for years. This diagram shows the physical constraint. You can only make a silver line so thin before the solar panel simply stops working properly. The engineering eventually hits a floor. Because silver cannot be stretched infinitely or easily replaced, the solar industry's reliance on the metal remains unbroken. This physical floor leads directly to the second headline. Once factories can no longer thin those silver lines, the continued growth of the solar industry means they will soon need more silver once again. When that demand returns, it will hit a market that is already tight. For 6 consecutive years, the world has used more silver than it produces. Most silver isn't mined on its own. It's a byproduct of mining other metals, like zinc or copper, so miners can't easily increase supply. To fill this gap, the world is draining its stored-up silver savings, taking hundreds of millions of ounces since 2021. The expected bounce-back in solar silver demand will eventually collide with a global supply that is inherently restricted and actively shrinking. So, is solar good or bad for silver? The honest answer depends on how far ahead you look. In the short term, factories are using less metal per panel, but in the long term, panel growth is relentless, replacements are years away, and the world is already running a deficit. When you first saw the headline about solar using less silver, did you assume the demand was gone, or did the fuller story surprise you? One data point rarely tells the whole story. Understanding the reality of a market requires looking past the top-line number to see what is happening underneath. That is what we do every day at METLYZ.